Gambling God is here. I want to go over, and again, I know this is not revolutionary, but some of you may never have thought of this. I know this kind of theory has been around for a long time. I call it the one bet strategy. There's a lot of stuff goes into gambling. And what I want you to think about is getting some discipline in your gambling. Now, when I used to play, my thought was, I wanted the action. The idea of having money on the game was exciting. I get that. Believe me, I get it. You're out, you're drunk, you put money on the Lakers, you're watching the game in the bar with your friends. It's exciting. I hear you. But when that wears off, and it will, because you'll lose by and large, and you really want to try to look at this like a business and a way to make money, I want you to consider this one bet strategy that I have implemented in my own life and that I have won with. This is probably the only way I've ever won in gambling, is going through this. And the way that this goes is as follows. Let's say on a Monday, and you have to be disciplined. You have to commit yourself and say, I'm only going to make one bet. All right? And I'm going to do this on $100 as an example. You could do it with 50 or 10 or whatever your budget is. It doesn't matter. The numbers, they will change based on what you decide to start with. So let's say you start with 100 on Monday. And you're just going to make one bet on a game that is pretty close. It can't be one where there's a money line or the money line is minus 240. You have to bet a game where it's tight. And that's the problem, the challenge, if you will, with this one, is that you have to hit 7 days in a row. Okay? You can't lose. And that's how you cash it out. So say on a Monday, you bet on a game, $100, for something that's close to even money. The idea is to turn that 100 into 200. And that's it. You make one bet and be happy with that and say, okay, I made my one bet on Monday. Now Tuesday, you're going to make a $200 bet. You're going to make one bet on Tuesday. That's it. You're not going to, I call it the buffet theory. You're not going to go to the buffet and pick from the lasagna, the chicken parm, the penny vodka, the peas, the potatoes, none of that. You're going to take one scoop from one tray and you're going to be happy. It's discipline. The Gambling God is here to teach you discipline. So on Tuesday, you're going to make a $200 bet. You're going to hit that. And then on Wednesday, you're going to make a $400 bet. It's like a suicide pool every night. And, it's one day at a time. And I'll guide you. I'll coach you. We'll go through this together. I've done it. I will look for the best games that are close calls, and I will give you the best advice. You're not always going to win. You're going to lose, and you're going to have to start over, and I've done it. But I will look for the games that I feel are best, and I will give you my picks, and we'll do it together. We'll go through this as a team. I'll give you my best advice. Thursday, you're going to make an $800 bet. If that hits, now you're really into it, because on Friday, you'll have $1,600 in your account, and that's when you're really going to go for it. You're going to make one bet for $1,600 and try to turn it into $3,200, and then on Sunday, you will either cash out the $6,400, or if you have the guts, you put the $6,400 on one game and try to turn it into $12,000, and that's all with the $100 investment. Like, subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram. This is professional gambling advice. It takes discipline, and that's something that gamblers don't have, and that's why the bookies win. You need to have discipline and implement a strategy. If you implement a strategy and make one bet a night and commit to it and say, I'm just going to make one bet and study it like you would a test, etc., you can win. Call me, 347-861-7776. I'll go over this with you in detail.